seen any Let's Plays. I've never seen anybody... Well, I guess that's all you can do is Let's Play it, really. Anyways, yeah, I don't watch anime, really, and I think that's the style of this game. And I decided I might as well try it out because it's free. Alright, so let's just get right into it then. Huh? Yes, let's do that. Okay. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age. Yeah, a highly disturbing content. Yeah, I was told that it's a horror game, okay? It's not suitable for children. Oh, yes. It's kind of what I expected. Oh no, I can't do voices. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, question mark guy. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently and I would get tired of waiting up. Alright. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh, jeez. That's an anime face. Ha! Ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided... Oh, that's actually me. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Cypher. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we were a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. Hey man, with that uniform, all those things, even putting the bow in your hair there, that must have taken a long time to get ready. Whatever you say, Sayori. Ha ha ha. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Cypher, have you decided to join a club yet? I mean, like a Doki Doki Literature one? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my time on games and anime. Well, half right. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't listen to how to socialize. What? I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought that you're becoming a neat neat in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Yeah, okay, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Hooray! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Yeah, this game is longer than it seems. I know, I don't plan on live streaming the whole thing. I'm probably just gonna live stream this, and then do like separate videos after, or maybe I'll just continue it on another live stream. I don't know. I have holidays off of work in like 2 weeks, so maybe we'll just continue it from there. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Wow, that's an actual club? Man. Hello? Sayori? I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah, there's no way I'm going to your club. What a meanie. Yeah, okay. Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki, okay, made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out alongside. This is gonna be a lot of reading, isn't it? Fine, I'll stop for a cupcake, okay? Alright, let's go. Don't trust anyone. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Are you that Natsuki? Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? It's 2018. Well, I mean, 2017 when it was released. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Cypher. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Bullet Club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute... Okay. I mean... Man. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first-year freshman. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Oh, okay, you're forgiven then. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Yuri. I know there's a lot of Russian people named Yuri. But don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Yuri, the one with the purple hair? Man, she's like 6'8", holy. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. You guys look eerily similar. It's great to see you again, Cypher. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. I'm gonna say, like, the hanging out with girls comment. I kinda know that people die in this, so that doesn't really surprise me. Come sit down, Cypher. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of this room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. This music sounds a lot like the Sims building music. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Oh, okay, so there's 4 people in this club now? Okay. Ta-da! Ooh, whoa! Natsuki lifted the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. You know, of course. Nico. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. You know, I'm gonna pretend that this is like college and not high school. It makes things a little less awkward. Sayori grabs one, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet, full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before. Made them for you or anything. Nah, I thought you technically did. Sierra, well, maybe. But not for you. No, you, dummy. Jeez. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think that we were able to drink anything during class. Mind you, I never really thought of it. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's trying to impress you. But that's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Who is best girl? I don't know. I just started this game like 10 minutes ago. Well, tea and reading might not be pastime for me, but I at least enjoy the tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, but smiles at me. But what kind of tea is it? So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Yuri seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's duty to make my club fun and exciting for— oh, so she's the actual president. Okay. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decide to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? What's my favorite book? I don't know. Coloring book. Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare the events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. So this game's just like starting out all nice and happy, it's just building up, it's making you relate to the characters, and you know, like the characters are all happy, and then it's just gonna like slice off their heads or something. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know— okay, so there's 5 people in here, including me. Okay. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goals. Monika must have worked really hard to find these 3. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Cypher, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, there's Reddit. There's 4chan. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Oh, okay, yeah, the anime club, manga. You better not say anything about, like— yeah, never mind. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without even seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Oh, like this, I guess? Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Psychological elements. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Yeah. I read a horror book once. I desperately grabbed something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that, but if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Increase my intellect by reading more books? Never. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Yeah, foreshadowing, yeah. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Blah. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? She doesn't look the type. What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are, says she. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki, puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Well, I guess being in a literature club. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No, Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Yeah, oh, man. I had to stretch. I mean, I'm gonna be here for like another hour and a half? Sharing that level of writing makes you more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. I almost exited the game by accident. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example of help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. You know, that glob gob gab glab. I haven't heard of it until like last week when I watched Saber Spark talk about it. And yes, it is a lot about books. I guess it's the same for you, Yuri. I want to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzitively at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we can all share them with each other. Oh, am I gonna write a poem? That way, everyone is even. Is it gonna be a haiku? Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, me? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. I'm sorry, I thought, Cypher, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, their eyes light up. Yeah, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. The Doki Doki Literature Club. Thanks. Okay, everyone, I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. More homework? Cypher, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Cypher, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure. Might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Okay, here we go. Actual gameplay. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. Shiny skirt. Sunny electricity. Agonizing. Agonizing excitement. Agonizing excitement. Dazzle. My universe. Which is unstable, but yet bouncy. Did I really see kawaii there? Oh, you gotta choose this one. Gotta choose that one. My determination of loud judgment. Determination of loud judgment. I really don't know what I'm doing here. Captive, my lucky papa. Lazy fantasy party. A lazy fantasy party. Climax. Socks. Doki Doki. I wonder how many people actually chose that. Suicide is painless. Email? What? Death. Okay, let's see what we came up with here. Hi again, Cypher. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Cypher. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join the club last year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. The end of it? Natsuki, you clearly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Finds yourself between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature. Oh man, manga, anime, hentai, all this stuff. I'm still not accustomed to it. Don't worry, guys. Cypher always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps us with busy homework without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Suri, that's because your room is messy and it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Cypher can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought us something good today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Your eyes disappear. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. I just realized DDLC was... Oh man, I'm slow. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if I don't want it to be. Okay. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Oh, there's your eye. This is... How is this girl accidentally being cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Ooh. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Why was that so, like, embarrassing for her? I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, like reading our poems. I want to know what mine says. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Maybe it's a toxic chat because there's not as many people in here as there usually is. When I do like Undertale Corruptions, there's like 200 to 300 people and the chat just whizzes by, so I don't have a chance to read anything. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. But, you know, I bet you that's how it is with like a lot of people's chats. Especially with like 30 people watching. I slumped down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related to myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book... Oh, some of the book Yuri gave me, yeah. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I closed my eyes and ended up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monika. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of the literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everybody. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if blah, 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 blah. If it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do things to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberate... okay, now I'm starting to get unalliterate. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? What, cupcakes? Yeah, I was right. Cupcakes! Ah, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. Diabetes. I'm hungry. Anyways, we need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. Can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Ugh. I open my eyes to see Sayori's face filling my vision. Nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping. Oh. That's why the screen was black. It isn't the napping club. Does our schools have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? Oh, jeez. You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over to my shoulder to see if Monika overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on, at least give me the benefit of the doubt. Can't even do that. And from that angle, she looks like anorexic almost. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look at your hair, it's sticking out all around here. Oh, I thought that was just her style. I run my fingertips down the side of her hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight. I mentioned that bow earlier. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my fingers, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Yeah, it's a toothpaste stain. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. What do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Wow. What a jerk. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer? Really? Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. That is a very weird angle. This is funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking about how weird it would be to find a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You make me feel weird about it, stupid. I'm already feeling uncomfortable. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? Yeah, I guess. Be careful, the button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? Struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Really? It's like bad touch. Doesn't this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. It's all those cupcakes, you know? If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? Means my boobs got bigger again. Okay, so maybe it's not the cupcakes. You're 12 feet tall in this game? Apparently. Don't say that out loud! Anyways. You look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more, therefore undoing all my work. Phew. That's so much better. Puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. That's so weird to read out loud. And you don't take care of me better than anyone else could anyways. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Okay, fine. It's a deal. Yeah. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. I guess so. So maybe you should come back and wake me up in the morning. Doing it again, Sayori. But I was just joking that time. Possible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everybody. Well, her blazer's buttoned up. Partially. Yeah. Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yes! Please do! I completely forgot about that, and that's what I wanted to do. I can't wait to read yours! I can't wait to read mine either. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yep. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since haven't really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can clearly see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? You gotta do it on, well, since you're your best friend, you gotta show your friend first, right? I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. Exactly. Logic. Pay close attention to Monika's poems. They mean something? Okay. The Retro Collector. Thank you. Sayori. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Cypher. Eh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Pay attention to the game files? Okay, I like games that, like, mess with their files in the background. I like that. Haha. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinions has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a cipher poem! Oh boy. And that makes me feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it. Hugs the sheet against herself. Okay. You're so weird, Sayori. But weird is better than boring. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Cypher. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Emma Dragu. Yes, this is my first playthrough. It's completely blind. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I join, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, gonna hold you to that. Yay, now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Okay, yeah, it's like the same stuff that I did. Same words I can see, but okay. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. And different music, too. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write this? That's what I was thinking. No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit. It's a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice. How should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. I used to have a Discord server, but then I got rid of it because I didn't want it anymore. I will show my poem. Well, she said Monika, so yeah, okay. Hi, me. Having a good time so far? Yeah, good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better at showing the flow of just going with the flow until I'm more settled in, man. Anyways, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. It's hard to read, like, the chat and the game, considering it's just both text. Don't worry, Cypher, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's sort of the barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Ah, well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Is this thing still going? I can't tell. Okay, yeah, it died. For some reason, my internet went out, but it's back now. It's back. I have a construction going on outside my house right now, and they're like tampering with the wires. So yeah. So yeah. Hopefully this still gets uploaded to YouTube. If it doesn't, I have like a recording of it as well. So if it doesn't upload to YouTube, I'll just put the recording on anyway, so you won't miss anything. Because I don't think you really miss that much anyways. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. Yeah, I was wondering why, like, the chat was getting all quiet all of a sudden. You construction people outside working on the wires. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It would take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. Man, that's like me playing this game. It'll take a while before I feel like comfortable doing this and going outside of my comfort zone. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find a kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha. Ha ha ha. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Would you do Doki Doki Literature Club corruptions? If I found a way how to do it, I would do it after I play it through legit the first time, though. Well, let's read it then. Oh, it's like I forget what that's called. A reprised version of the song. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind. Like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Well, retro, the thing is, I corrupt Undertale before, and Undertale is just basically a big story as well, except it's not a visual novel, you actually move around. It's just a lot of text. I find changing stories are really fun. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style got pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show to next? I don't know. Yuri. Yuri, my friend. She stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time to her finish the reading. Oh, sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. Computing. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No, did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. She buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Oh, is that so? Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part yet. This is like the most reading I've ever done this year combined so far. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. I was wondering that too. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? I want to read my poem. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Huh? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. I'm just a slow reader. Well, I just don't read script very often. This virtual cipher gets me. He knows me very well. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Cypher. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but you just said it took me a long time to read. But remembering that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work, they usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. But nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Well, I guess Cupcake Manga Girl is next. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, princess. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Wanna get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyways, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. What is this? Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. That's about it. That's about it, yeah. Yeah. Told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. I guess in Japanese schools. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up my rhyme at the end, but then it fell flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Looks like you got vampire teeth. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Whew. That's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing ability. I feel like I'm being judged right now. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Siri and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fantasy. Yeah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. It just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. See, that's not how it works. You have to accept criticism to better yourself, even if it's like mean criticism, although everyone would prefer constructive criticism. People did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Cypher did too, so based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Don't zap my chakras, that's one, which I haven't yet. And Cypher liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Cypher appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oh. Okay. How do you know you didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? Oh, are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Is everyone okay? But you know what? I wasn't the only one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Cypher started showing up. What? What? You stuff in your shirt? Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Cypher, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get more over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Cypher. Wait! There's no reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. The hothead. Man, you understand that, right, Cypher? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh, no. So, of course, that's going to be... That will be Sayori. Natsuki? Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Yeah? Everyone's fighting. It's making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Cypher? Well, that's her problem. It isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would know. Oh, here we go again. Jeez. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint a beautiful picture in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. She rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. See. Take care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How'd you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Mostly. How about you, Cypher? I wish you would let me pick. Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learned something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Cypher, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. I clicked out of the game. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. A full playthrough, I expect it, but not all in one day, otherwise I'm gonna be here until like 10 at night. It's probably gonna continue when I'm on holidays, which is in like a week and a half. Sayori, about what happened earlier, what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? Nah, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Cypher, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop? What? Well, just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yep. Let's do this. Oh, here we go. Oh man, I didn't get to read my own poem? Existence. Essence. Let's try and make some rhyme. Socks. Oh, nothing rhymes with socks here. Bunny. Bunny hop. Bunny hop. Yeah, that actually sounds really funny. 4 to 5 hours? I've heard it takes anywhere from like 4 to 10 hours, I guess, depending how long you read. Time. Nightgown. Pout. I really don't know what I'm doing here. Pure bliss. With some vivid pink scars. Please, forgive the clouds and email my rain cloud. Vanilla music is... Vanilla music is lucky. There we go. Perfect. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Cypher. Yo, Shiori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Shiori. Reminds me of, like, Guy Fieri. I'm just still not used to being in the club. That's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyways. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sierra? Okay, we're just gonna invade people's privacy. Why that all of a sudden? Oh, no money, that's why, okay. No reason, really. I just want to look at it. Shiori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. What is it, like, just a couple of coins or something? Only 2 small coins? Yeah, a couple of coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Shiori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. Detective Cypher on the case. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Yuri. Eh? I didn't know she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Cypher to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Shiori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Thank you, Yuri. That's my money. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I'll lend you some money. I didn't mean that. I just got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. Doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. Yes, that. Still, coming from you, Shiori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Shiori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Shiori. What? Whap! Kya! Out of nowhere, something smacks Shiori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Shiori glances around. Oh, you Natsuki and your... Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was right. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. See, you learn the characters and their attributes. Like how I knew it was her. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. She's just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Got big cookies in the vending machine at work. I've eaten them. They are actually pretty delicious. Mmm. Sayori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue! You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Exactly, like player 1 and player 2. Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Heh. She gets out of her seat, goes behind Natsuki, and then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. They have a wholehearted Russian laugh. I don't know why Yuri. Just reminds me of, like, the Call of Duty series. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Mona, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monika anyways? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do, okay? She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's also insulting to your friends. That's true. Excuse me? Exactly. Yeah, see? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. She just says what's on her mind, doesn't think. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyways? My last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. Well, I don't really. I just kind of started recently. You're acting very strange, Monika. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. That's... She looks at me. Yes, potato, I can see you. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay, that sounds so cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Cypher. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. Chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyways. Just looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Blasphemy. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. What? Cypher! Cypher! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up. Oops, I accidentally clicked the button. Me and Monika something. Oops. Oh, here we go. Me and Monika, we're gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons, markers, and glue sticks. Ah, I see. Arts and crafts. Sure, I'll go with you. My specialty. Okay, Monika, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Cypher to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with them. But I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. I can attest to that. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Funny story, when I was in college there, and I had like spare time, and I was really tired, I would find an empty classroom, put chairs together, make a bed, and fall asleep. Okay. Ready, Cypher? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, Hey Siri, that's what I just thought of. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we doing for a festival anyways? I'm not sure how you would make an effort out of literature. Heh, me and Monika have it all planned out. Don't you worry. That's so. Yep, we're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? What kind? Well, poetry. Everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. Ah, that sounds like I have to do that too. Oh, kind of dull? Cypher! You're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem, like, "Between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland." Like that. Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie? I'm working super hard on this, you know. And this Cyber Cypher here he's kind of a jerk. I know. I just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. I guess so. Yeah, I'm so excited. The festival is gonna be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Cypher, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this, but in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more, so going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. Two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet, and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons? Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand, too! They're kind of dirty, though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. That's one down. Don't get distracted. We need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. Ah, I dropped one by accident. Smack. Yeah! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right onto the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Clumsy. Ow, 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 ow. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori. It's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori's sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. What the hell? Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs off to the side. Oh no, we're not doing this, are we? Ow. Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Cypher? Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess it's a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. Not one of those games, Cypher. I hope not, because it's completely blind. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter, since it will be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. Still hasn't gotten up. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. Oh wow, it actually is it looks like it's got half drank. It's nice and cold. Sorry, I just got thirsty coming from the vending machine to here. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? For your forehead, idiot. Ah. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Cypher, this kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time. I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind, or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would just get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. Haha. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost as if you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting into trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kinda like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Cypher, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people, even after all these years. You're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy, yeah, see? Even she admits it. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that! And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. Guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Cypher, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monika, you know? Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. She hops to her feet. She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyways, let's go. Follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try and hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start with sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead. She's fine. Don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons. I smacked my forehead into the shelf. Sounds so proud of it. Well, anyways, were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh. I have it right. Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all this stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper, too. Aha! Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Cypher. Ah, well, Sayori... I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone, are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Gotta make sure those crayons don't fall out. I will share my poem to... Well, I was just speaking to you, so here you go. Here's my poem. Hi again, Cypher. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share with what you wrote for today? Here you go. I give my poem to Monika. Alright. It's pretty good. About bunny hopping and pure vanilla music. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yep, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy. It's just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. You can't talk to me every now and... Oh, and you can talk to me every now and then, too. It's not, like, unapproachable... It's not like... What? Oh, I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? Ah, no, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or anything. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyways, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me? Save me. Oh, wow. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless... What? Cacophony. I think that's C. Of meaningless noise. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Math. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Jeez. Negative Nancy. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Kinda like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines, really short, makes me feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. Still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Oh boy. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Huh. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Haha, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. So things seem to be getting a little more interesting now. But I think that's all I'm gonna do for today. I have to go and I have to go drive around and drop some things off. I have to go pick someone up. So I have to go. That's almost a 2-hour thing. Almost a 2-hour stream, I guess. I will be continuing this probably not this week, but sometime after the 15th. So just remember where we are, okay? And I got it all saved. I'll just save again. And then I think that's gonna do it for today. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This is actually pretty interesting, not gonna lie. And it's starting to get very interesting now. It's basically what I expected to, though. And it has, like, all very good reviews, so I kinda had to play it. Okay, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye! Goodbye!